Ever wondered how one man's vision can shape the destiny of an entire continent? Kwame Nkrumah did just that for Africa. Born on a September day in 1909 in the town of Nkrumah on the Gold Coast, now known as Ghana, Nkrumah's journey began. His early years were shaped by the influence of mission schools, where he received his formative education. Yet it was at the prestigious Achimota School in Accra, where a young Nkrumah would start to see the world differently. Here, he was not just a student, but a young mind being nurtured, a spirit being kindled. It was the beginning of a journey that would lead him down a path of relentless struggle, of fight for freedom, and of a vision for a unified Africa. Today, we remember him as a towering figure in African politics, the first Prime Minister and President of Ghana. Nkrumah's early years were just the beginning of his journey towards becoming a beacon of African independence. What turns a student into a leader? For Nkrumah, it was his time in the United States. Imagine a young man already educated in mission schools and the prestigious Achimota School in Accra, setting foot on American soil. This was Kwame Nkrumah, the future leader of Ghana, embarking on a journey that would shape his ideology and leadership style. Nkrumah's intellectual journey in the United States was marked by a pursuit of knowledge and a quest for understanding the world around him. He earned multiple degrees, including a Bachelor of Arts from Lincoln University and a Master of Science in Education from the University of Pennsylvania. But academia was only part of the equation. His time in the United States was a period of political awakening, a time where he became deeply involved in Pan-Africanist movements. The Pan-Africanist movements of the time were a hotbed of intellectual debate and political activism. They brought together people of African descent from all over the world, united by a common goal: the liberation of Africa from colonial rule. Nkrumah found himself in the midst of this vibrant, passionate community, and it profoundly influenced his thinking. Key among the figures who shaped Nkrumah's ideology were thinkers like Marcus Garvey and George Padmore. Garvey, with his vision of a united Africa and his call for the upliftment of the African people, had a profound impact on Nkrumah. Padmore, a leading advocate of Pan-Africanism, became a close friend and mentor to Nkrumah, further shaping his understanding of the complexities of colonialism and the path to African liberation. These experiences in the United States, the education, the activism, the influential thinkers, all served as a crucible for Nkrumah. They ignited in him a burning desire to free his homeland from the shackles of colonial rule and to unite Africa. As he returned to the Gold Coast, Nkrumah was no longer just a scholar. He was a visionary, ready to lead his nation. In 1947, Nkrumah returned home, and the Gold Coast would never be the same. His time in the United States had given him a fresh perspective, a new vision for his homeland. He was not just a scholar returning from abroad, but a man on a mission, a man with a purpose. He immersed himself in the nationalist movement, a cause that was gaining momentum throughout the Gold Coast. The winds of change were blowing, and Nkrumah was at the helm, guiding the ship towards the shores of independence. His charisma, his passion, his unwavering belief in the cause, all these qualities drew people towards him. He was a beacon of hope, a symbol of change. But Nkrumah knew that hope alone would not bring about the change he sought. It needed a more organized effort. Thus, in 1949, he founded the Convention People's Party, or the CPP. The CPP was not just a political party, it was a rallying cry, a unifying force for the people of the Gold Coast. It gave them a platform, a voice, and most importantly, it gave them a leader in Nkrumah. His rise to prominence was as swift as it was significant. From being a scholar to a political leader, Nkrumah's journey was nothing short of extraordinary. He was now not just a participant in the nationalist movement, but its most prominent face, its most vocal advocate. He had become the voice of the people, their hopes and dreams personified. He championed the cause of independence, leading campaigns of civil disobedience, mobilizing the masses, and challenging the might of the British colonial rule. His speeches echoed with the promise of freedom. His actions spoke of his resolve to fulfill that promise. He was not just fighting for independence, he was fighting for the dignity, the self-respect of his people. Nkrumah's relentless pursuit of independence would soon bear fruit. His journey was a testament to his conviction, his courage, and his commitment to the cause. He was not just a leader, he was a visionary who dared to dream, dared to fight, and dared to transform his dream into reality. On March 6, 1957, a new nation was born, with Nkrumah at its helm. This marked the dawn of a new era in Ghanaian history, as the country stood tall, free from the shackles of British colonial rule. But this freedom didn't come on a silver platter. It was the fruit of relentless struggle, led by the indomitable spirit of Kwame Nkrumah. Nkrumah ignited the flame of nationalism, advocating for independence through civil disobedience and mass mobilization. His charisma and leadership made him a beacon of hope, inspiring his fellow countrymen to rise against their colonial masters. The streets echoed with the chants of freedom, and the colonial administration could do little but watch as the tide turned. Nkrumah's tireless fight bore fruit when Ghana was finally granted independence. But this was not the end of his journey. For him, it was just the beginning. Independence was just the first step. Nkrumah had bigger plans for Africa. And Nkrumah wasn't just a national leader, he was a continental one. His vision for Africa extended beyond the boundaries of Ghana, reaching out to the entire African continent. This vision was Pan-Africanism, a belief in the power of unity and solidarity among African nations. Nkrumah was a staunch advocate of this ideology, championing the cause of African unity at every turn. His advocacy took a tangible form in 1958, when he hosted the historic All-African Peoples Conference. This monumental gathering brought together leaders from across the continent, a powerful testament to the growing momentum of the Pan-Africanist movement. The conference was a platform for discussions on liberation, unity, and the collective future of Africa. Nkrumah's leadership in this endeavor underscored his commitment to the cause and his belief in the power of unity. But Nkrumah's vision for Africa wasn't limited to political unity. He also saw the potential for economic transformation through socialist policies aimed at industrialization and economic development. He set his sights on lifting Ghana out of the economic constraints of colonial rule and into a future of self-reliance and prosperity. Nkrumah embarked on ambitious socialist policies, initiating large-scale infrastructure projects that would lay the foundation for industrial growth. He also launched social welfare programs, a testament to his commitment to uplift the lives of the Ghanaian people. His approach to governance was characterized by a focus on economic development and social justice, two pillars he believed were crucial to the progress of any nation. However, his pursuit of these socialist policies was not without its challenges. Economic mismanagement and corruption were persistent issues, casting a shadow over his ambitious plans for development. The road to progress was fraught with obstacles, a reminder that even the most visionary of leaders must grapple with the realities and complexities of governance. However, Nkrumah's vision was not without its challenges. Despite these hurdles, Nkrumah's pursuit of Pan-Africanism and socialist policies remain a significant chapter in his legacy, a testament to his enduring commitment to the progress and unity of Africa. Despite his grand vision, Nkrumah's reign came to a sudden end. As time passed, Nkrumah's government shifted towards a more authoritarian style. Opposition voices were suppressed, and this did not sit well with the people. It was in 1966, while Nkrumah was on a state visit to China, that his world turned upside down. A coup, led by the military and police, ousted him from power. The once celebrated leader now found himself in a precarious position. But even in the face of adversity, Nkrumah's spirit was undeterred. He found asylum in Guinea, thanks to President Ahmed Sékou Touré, and lived there in exile. Even in exile, Nkrumah's commitment to his vision of Pan-African unity remained unwavering. He continued to advocate for it, writing extensively and passionately about the subject. Nkrumah's life is a tale of highs and lows, of victories and defeats, but it's his indomitable spirit, his unwavering belief in the cause of African liberation and unity that has left a lasting impact. His influence can be felt in the political and social fabric of Ghana and indeed across the African continent. His ideas of African unity and self-reliance continue to inspire generations of leaders. His legacy is etched in the annals of history, not just as the first Prime Minister and President of Ghana, but as a towering figure in African politics. His story is a testament to the power of vision, leadership, and the relentless pursuit of independence and unity. It's a story that continues to inspire, to ignite the spirit of liberation and unity in the hearts of many. Nkrumah may have fallen, but his legacy continues to shape Africa. His story is a testament to the power of vision, leadership, and the relentless pursuit of independence and unity. His life, his work, his vision, all continue to resonate, reminding us of the power of unwavering conviction and the courage to dream big.